Hey guys, Lisa here with Sewing Made Easy for Beginners. This channel is all for beginners, and if you're not a beginner and you're a little advanced, hey, go ahead and subscribe because there might be some tips in there that you can share with me and help me out. I'm 3 years in sewing. I actually just dived right in. I actually started in 2019, and I was on a journey with a couple of girlfriends to try to find the coolest bag ever, hoping that I would find it, to make so that we can carry all our little goodies as we're on our trail ridings with our horses. So we actually came up with a couple different bags, and the material that I actually started out with, very frustrating to deal with, but I was one of those that like to just kind of like dive right into things. I'm not going to just like let this thing conquer me. I started out with an OtterTek fabric, which is a canvas. It's really stiff. So if you're one of those that will just dive right in and not let things conquer you and do it, I would say go for it. Don't be afraid to do it. And if you're looking for something like that, OtterTek is the best fabric ever, I would actually have to say, right next to Umbrella. There's some other really good fabric out there too. But if you're starting out small and you just picked up the hobby and you're looking for some little tips and tricks, just like what you need to get started. And so I'm going to touch bases on that a little bit. So I would first say, if you're just starting out and you're just starting with the hobby, you want to make some cushion covers. You're not looking to make a bag for a saddle. You want to make a bunch of cushion covers and maybe add a zipper. Go for it. So I would say, being a beginner, just go get some Coats and Clark thread. You can actually even find it on Amazon. If you're a bargain hunter, you can get some on Amazon. Get yourself some really good scissors. That's all what's in my drawer over here. I have got some Coats and Clark thread. I've got some really good scissors. I actually picked me up some glue. This anti-glue stick here holds the zippers in place really well. I've actually got me a bunch of pins, and I made sure that I got them on clearance at Joann. And what it does is it holds all of my pins as a magnet down in there. So I did grab some of those. I would say it's really difficult when you're cutting out fabric if you don't have a cutting mat. I can actually go into more detail on that later. But the cutting mat, what it does is you lay the fabric down and you cut it with a rotary cutter, and it's a self-healing mat, and you can use it over and over and over again. If you don't really want to go that far into just once in a while pulling your sewing machine and out of the closet and sitting at the dining room table and sewing up some little cushions or sewing on a little button or whatever, I would say don't go into getting a rotary cutter and a cutting mat, and don't get all clogged up with that. But just some of those things are really helpful that actually can help out a beginner. There's also some basting adhesive spray. You can get that. That actually helps keep fabrics stuck together if you have interfacing, and that's another topic. But these things can help keep your fabrics together. I would also say getting some little clips. The clips can help keep your fabrics together, say if you're sewing two pieces together. So far I think that covers it. You don't really need any more than that if you're just kind of once in a while doing this. But if you're anything like me and you really get started in it and you end up just loving it and you go so crazy that you just want to sew all the time and turn it into a business and whatever, you'll end up with a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff, so I hope that was helpful. Not a whole lot of information. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're just starting out and you want to sew, don't get frustrated. These are just a few little things that you'll need to get going with. You can just even pick up your sewing machine at like Goodwill. I would say one of the top things in there, if you start out with picking up a sewing machine at Goodwill, and you're just starting out, you might want to take the bottom base where the bobbin is at and maybe clean that out and put in a new needle. You can always test the needle and make sure that it's going to work for you. Okay, fine. Make sure it's not bent. Test it out on a piece of fabric first. If it's bashing at your material, you definitely need a new needle. I would look through your manual, and then you can look up on Google. If you don't have the manual, it will tell you what size of needle that you actually need. There's different types of needles in there, so it'll tell you. So anyways, good luck to you. I hope that you get to enjoy your day and get sewing, and don't be afraid. And again, if you're one of those that likes to dive right in, and you have some questions about the Ottertech fabric, I would love to help you out. So go ahead and put any of your questions that you have down in the comments. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I'd like to see plenty more questions. So thank you guys, and thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.